In this week's message, I want to talk about two things that are near and dear to me. That's trust and credibility in the sales profession. And I'm concerned that trust and credibility are at all-time lows. Let's just think about that for a moment. Trust and credibility, unfortunately, are so low right now, you can step over it. And I mean, you don't even have to take a running head start. You can just go walk right over trust and credibility. That means there's room for improvement. I ask each and every one of you, sales leaders and sales professionals, we must double down on trust and we must improve our credibility. I absolutely love following Andy Stanley. And Andy Stanley went on to say this about integrity. Please key in with me just for a moment on this. Andy Stanley went on to say this: people with integrity do the right thing because it is the right thing, even if it costs them. I'll repeat that one. People with integrity do the right thing because it is the right thing, even if it costs them. Everybody in sales, think about that statement for just a moment. You see, I'm a big believer in integrity. Integrity is a universal expectation. Why do I say that? Because we expect that from the people around us. But here's what I want us to think about. You ready? Is why. And let's really key in on this for a moment. Why do we expect integrity from others, even in times when we are not? See, especially in sales, and I want you to really key in on this and think about this and look at this through the lens of your clients for just a moment. Because perception is reality. See, your integrity will guide you. I believe your integrity will guide you. It's going to sit on your shoulder. But here's what I'm going to ask. Is your appetite for commissions guiding you? Or is your appetite for integrity guiding you? Again, huge shout out. I love everything about Andy Stanley. He goes on to say this: you can't be yourself as long as you're lying to yourself. You can't give your full self to your clients as long as you're lying to them. Think about that. You can't give your full self to your clients as long as you're lying to yourself, because this is all going to come back and haunt you. I want us to think about your reputation. Your reputation is at stake right now in the sales world. What do you want to be known for? Do you want to be known as that trust builder, or do you want to be known as that trust buster? I'm going to ask each and every one of you to think about the following two questions. What right now, what is competing for your integrity? And right now, what is competing for your future self? Those are two tough questions, but I want us to think about this. And I'm going to end with just a couple more things, and I really appreciate each and every one of you bearing with me on these messages. It's important. We must build trust and credibility in the sales world. But I want us to think about this. It's about breach, B-R-E-E-C-H. And I want to think about where trust sits in the sales world, and I want you to follow along with me on this. You see, one breach of integrity leads to another. The first breach makes the second breach easier. The second breach creates a pattern. See, sales professionals and you as sales leaders as well, guide yourself with integrity. Refuse, say, no, I'm not going to lower myself. What do y'all want to be known for in sales? Leave you with one more thing. You ready? This comes from Proverbs 10:9. You didn't think I was going to throw some religion into this, but I'm a pretty spiritual guy, and I really want us to focus in on this. I think it brings our time together and puts a bow on it really well. It's from Proverbs 10:9. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his ways crooked will be found out. You see, a single bad choice can destroy a lifetime's worth of integrity. Again, I thank each and every one of you. Together, and I mean together, we are building the much needed movement around bringing heart, sincerity, and deep business substance to the sales world. It's time we all rise up and say, yes, let's do this together. Why? Your clients and your future clients would rather do business and connect with a sales professional who sells from the heart as opposed to a sales rep who is an empty suit. Y'all have an amazing week.